CBSE.com. This is your Joyce Ma'am. Today we are going to see pair of linear equations, class 10 math, NCERT. Are you ready? Shall we start? Here we go. Children, pair of linear equation takes the general form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y and c2 is equal to 0, where a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 are any real numbers. And what about x and y? X and y are the solutions of these two equations. What do you mean by this solution? We have studied in coordinate geometry, the point lies on the equation, means it satisfies the equation of a line. So that means this x and y lies on the straight line. We know the graphical representation of this pair of linear equation is nothing but a straight line. So this x and y will lie on these straight lines. That's the meaning of the solution of pair of linear equations. Now children, I have explained about the conditions of the ratios, whether to be parallel or to check it is coincident or the intersecting lines. You can check in the description above and you can go and find your conditions and you can learn from it. Now I go for the brief explanation for this, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. It is nothing but a coincident line. That means when you plot on the graph, you get both the lines will coincide on each other. And the second point is a1 divided by a2 is not equal to b1 divided by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2 is going to be intersecting line. That means these two lines will get intersecting at one single point. Now these two lines are the consistent pair of linear equation, means they have the solution. These two lines will have the solutions x and y. But when you go for the another condition, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2, you get the graphical representation as parallel line, where these two lines will never touch. That means they do not have x and y as the solution. That means they don't have a solution. This type of parallel lines, we call it as the inconsistent pair of linear equations. Hope this is the explanation of algebraic representation of this pair of linear equations. Now we are going to solve some of the questions based on how to solve these equations. That is, solving means finding the values for x and y. So there are two methods to solve these two equations. One is elimination method, the other one is substitution method. So we are going to see on these two methods how to solve these two equations. Children, we look at the first question. 10 students of class 10 took part in math quiz. If the number of girls 4 more than the number of boys, represent this situation algebraically. Now, when you are asked to find two unknown values, that means you have to differentiate from the quadratic equation, that is pair of linear equation. Why? Because you will be asked to find two things. So two unknown values. Here, find the number of boys and girls. So two values are unknown here. So you will take one as x, the another one is y. Now, if suppose only one value is asked in the question, that means most probably it is quadratic equation. Hope you understand the difference between the pair of linear equation and the quadratic equation. Now, I go for finding x and y, but before that I have to define what is x and what is y. So here, let the number of girls be x and boys be y. So by the condition case 1, I am given both, that is x plus y, it is given 10 students. So x plus y, both the students together is 10. And the case 2, second case 2, it is given the girls 4 more than the boys. That means x is equal to, that is girls. So x is equal to 4 more means plus, and boys you have taken as y. So x is equal to y plus 4. So how do we write this equation? This equation we will write it x minus y is equal to 4. So we got both the equation, that is 1 and 2. Now we are going to represent this equation algebraically, whether it is intersecting or parallel or coinciding. How do we do it? Now children, we are going to represent. So the first equation, first condition that you will write, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. This condition is for coinciding lines. So let me go and substitute. If they are equal, fine, it is coinciding. Not equal, you have to check which ratio is not equal. Now let me go for finding my a1. So let me write my a1. a1 is equal to 1 and a2 is equal to 1 and b1 is equal to 1, b2 is equal to minus 1 and c1 is equal to minus 10 and c2 is equal to minus 4. So let me go and substitute. 1 by 1 is equal to 1 by minus 1 is equal to minus 10 by minus 4. This is gets cancelled. So I have a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. That means they are intersecting lines. When a1 by b2 is not equal to b1 by b2, and of course this is also not equal, we get it 5 by 2 which is not equal to c1 by c2. So I would write, that is, this is intersecting pair of linear equation. You can understand when you get the two lines and then not equal, that means here itself it shows the symbol we are intersecting. You can understand from here. That means you can conclude it is intersecting pair of linear equation. It has only one solution. That means it is consistent pair of linear equation. So we conclude it is intersecting lines. The algebraic expression, it is intersecting lines, and the second one is consistent. They are consistent pair of linear equation. Hope everyone understood how to get your algebraic representation of pair of linear equation. Shall we move on to the next question? Children, we move on to the next question. It says like this: the path of train A is given by x plus 2y minus 4 and the train B is 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Represent this situation algebraically. So now let me write my equations first. That is x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0, and this equation on simplification I can write x plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. Now let me write my condition such that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. It means it is coinciding. So I'm writing the condition, it means it is coinciding. Let me check my equation conditions here. That means 1 by 1 is equal to 2 by 2, which is equal to minus 4 by minus 3. But this is not equal, minus minus gets cancelled. But this becomes 1. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. It implies it is the pair of linear equations which are parallel. That means you can see here the symbol, they seem to be parallel, that equal symbol. They are not getting cut. But here all are equal. That means it is coinciding. And here only one ratio, that is 2 ratios are equal. That means it is parallel pair of linear equation. So parallel lines they are. So we write the algebraic expression, we can write it, there is no solution at all and it is inconsistent. So we conclude it is no solution and inconsistent pair of linear equation. So, hope everyone understood how to express the expression, the pair of linear equation algebraically is nothing but by using the ratios here. Hope everyone understood this. Shall we move on to the next question? Children, the third question says like this. The cost of 2 kg apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. After a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples, 2 kg of grapes is rupees 320. Represent this situation algebraically. Children, first we have to define x and y. So let me have my, let the cost of an apple, cost of apples is equal to x and the cost of grapes is equal to y. So by given condition, I can have 2x plus 1y is equal to 160 and I can have 2x plus y is equal to 160 and the next equation I can have 4x plus 2y. 4x plus 2y is equal to 320. So I got my equation. Now I have to go and check my ratios. Now children, we are going to write the ratios, that is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. It is for coinciding. So I'm going to check what is for this. That is 2 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 160 by 320. 0, 0 gets cancelled, this gets cancelled 2 and this gets cancelled 2. That means all my ratios are equal. That means it is coinciding pair of linear equations. So how do we write the conclusion? It is infinitely many solution and it is consistent pair of linear equation. Infinitely many solution and it has infinitely many solutions. And the second one, it is consistent pair of linear equation. Consistent pair of linear equation. So we conclude the algebraically the equation such that it has infinitely many solutions and they are consistent pair of linear equations. Should we move on to the next question? Children, now we move on solving the equations. There are two types of solving the equation. One is elimination method, the other one is substitution method. First, we go for elimination method. What do you mean by the elimination method? We eliminate the variable to find another variable. Then we bring that variable which we found and substitute in any one of the equation to get the second variable. So that's the procedure of eliminating. But how to eliminate when the coefficients of the variables are different? Then you have to make the coefficients same just by multiplying the number. So you get the LCM of those two coefficients and you can cancel it easily. Now I name this equation 1 and 2. That's my first step. And what am I going to do? I'm going to cut my eliminate y variable. So y is, this is 2 and this is 3. So first equation I will multiply by 3 and second equation I will multiply by 2. So it becomes 6. So throughout I am multiplying, it becomes 9x plus 6y is equal to 33 and this becomes 4x plus 6y is equal to 8. Now I would change my symbol to get it cancelled. Plus 6y minus 6y gets cancelled. So I'm left with 9 minus 4 which is equal to 5x is equal to 13 minus 8 is 5 and then 225. So x is equal to 5. I got my x value. Now this value, let me go and substitute in any one of the given equations. So I would do substitute x in first equation. So the first equation says 3x plus 2y is equal to 11 and 3 into 5 plus 2y is equal to 11. So 15 plus 2y is equal to 11. So 2y is equal to minus 4 gets cancelled. So my y is equal to minus 2. So I get my values x and y. X is equal to 5 and y is equal to minus 2. Now I can verify my values are correct or wrong. How to verify it? Now I would substitute my x and y value in any one of the equation. So let me take my second equation as I have already taken first equation. So my second equation says 2x plus 3y equal to 4 and 2 into 5 plus 3 into y is minus 2. I should get 4. So 2 5s are 10. 3 into minus 2 is minus 6, which must be 4. That is 4 is equal to 4. So my values are correct. Hence verified. So I got my solution x and y. As simple as that. Children, the second equation. So let me name as 1 and 2. So I'm going to eliminate y. So first equation I will multiply by 2. And I get the equation as 16x plus 10y is equal to 18. And the second equation I will multiply by 5. So 15x plus 10y is equal to 20. So I change the symbol throughout, gets cancelled. So x is equal to minus 20 plus 18, that's equal to minus 2. Now I will substitute my x value in any one of these equations. So x is equal to minus 2. Substitute in first equation. So my first equation says 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. So 8 into minus 2 plus 5y is equal to 9. So minus 16 plus 5y is equal to 9. So 5y is equal to 25. I have y is equal to 5. So I got my values. X is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 5. As simple as that. Shall we move on to the next question? Children, shall we move on to the third question? So this is first equation and this is my second equation. So let me simplify my first equation. X by 10 plus y by 5 is equal to 14. So my LCM is 20. So I multiply this by 2 and this by 4. So I get 2x plus 4y by 20 is equal to 14. So I get 2x plus 4y is equal to 280. So on cancellation, I would get my equation x plus 2y is equal to 140. This is my first equation on simplification. Now my second equation, I simplify. So this I would multiply by 6 and this multiply by 8. So I get 6x plus 8y divided by 48 is equal to 15. So I have 6x plus 8y is equal to 48 into 15. I have 8 5s are 44, 4 5s are 20, 24, 8, 4. So I get 0, 12, 1, 7. That is 720. But on simplification, 3x plus 4y is equal to 360. So this is my second equation. I'm going to solve these two equations. So now you can take this equation as simple as that. Why? Because 4y plus 4y is there. So 2x plus 4y is equal to 280. Now on simplification, I get it. X is equal to just the number 80. I got it. Now x is equal to 80. I will substitute in any one of these equations. So I get my equations as, I take my first equation. So x is equal to 80. Substitute x is equal to 80 in first equation. So my first equation says after simplification x plus 2y is equal to 140, that is 80 plus 2y is equal to 140. So I have 2y is equal to 140 minus 80, which is equal to 60. So y is equal to 30. As simple as that. I got my values x and y. Children, now you can see solve 1 by 2x minus 1 by y is equal to minus 1 and 1 by x plus 1 by 2y is equal to 8. You must have understood the difference between the previous question and this question is the x variables are in the denominator. The previous question, the x variables are in the numerator. Now when you have this kind of equation, you will take 1 by x is equal to some other variable, that is u, or 1 by v is equal to v. See, 1 by y is equal to v. Now I'll go and substitute. This 1 by x becomes u. So that becomes u by 2 minus v is equal to minus 1. So now my equation on simplification, I will have u minus 2v is equal to minus 2. That's my first equation. This is what I'm going to solve. So next equation, second equation becomes u plus v by 2 is equal to 8. So on simplification, 2u plus v is equal to 16. This is my second equation. Now I'm going to solve these two equations, that is u minus 2v is equal to minus 2. This is my first equation. Now I have to have my same coefficient. So I have to multiply second equation by 2. So equation 2 multiplying by 2, I get 4u plus 2v is equal to 32, and this I'm not doing anything since the v coefficient becomes same. I'm not doing anything. I just cancel it. That is 5u is equal to 30. On simplification, u is equal to 6. I got my u value. Now we'll go and substitute in any one of these two equations to get my v value. So I would have my v as, so substitute first equation. So substitute u is equal to 6 in first equation. Your first equation says u minus 2v equal to minus 2. That is 6 minus 2v equal to minus 2. Minus 2v is equal to minus 8. Minus minus gets cancelled. 2 and 8 gets cancelled. My v is equal to just 4. So u and v I got it. But my u, v are 1 by x and 1 by y. So let me have my x here. My question is to solve for x. So 1 by x is equal to my 6. That implies x is equal to 1 by 6. Now the same way 1 by y is equal to 4 implies y is equal to 1 by 4. As simple as that. Children, we move on to the next question. We can have here 1 by x is equal to u and 1 by y is equal to v. So let me have my 2u plus 1 by y is v. So 2 by 3v is equal to 1 by 6. On simplification, I have 6u plus 2v is equal to 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2. And again I take as the simple equation. So 12u plus 4v is equal to 1. That's my first equation. And I go for the next equation. On simplification, I would multiply this as 3u plus 2v equal to 0. This is my second equation. So the first equation is 12u plus 4v equal to 1. Now I'm going to multiply multiply second equation by 2. So that implies 6u plus 4v equal to 0. I'm not doing any multiplication for the first equation because it is as the coefficient is the same. I will just change the symbol. That's equal to minus 6u is equal to minus 1. Minus minus gets cancelled. That is u is equal to 1 by 6. Now, I will go and substitute in any one of these two equations. So, I would have my v value as, so my v value, I will substitute u is equal to 1 by 6, substitute in first equation. So, my first equation says 12u plus 4v equal to 1. So, 12 into 1 by 6 plus 4v equal to 1. It gets cancelled too. So, 4v equal to 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. v equal to minus 1 by 4. I got it. Now, my aim is to get my x and y. So, x is... So here children, u is equal to 1 by 6. So I know 1 by x is equal to u. That implies 1 by x is equal to 1 by 6. That implies x is equal to 6. Now I know 1 by y is equal to v. So 1 by y is equal to v. So 1 by y is equal to minus 1 by 4. So y is equal to minus 4. As simple as that. I got both the values. So children, we'll name the equation as this is 1 and this is 2. And here, x is not in the denominator. X is already in the numerator. Only y is in the denominator. Still, instead of taking 1 by y as u, and you will have the variable x and u, which is not related too much. So what I do, I will take x as u and 1 by y as v. So my equation becomes 4u plus 6v equal to 15. This is my first equation, and my second equation is 6u minus 8v equal to 14. This is my second equation. So on simplification, I would have 3 and 4 and then 7. So my second equation further, 3u minus 4v equal to 7. That becomes my second equation. Now, I'm going to solve these two equations such that I would have this. I'm going to have first equation multiplying by 3. So that's equal to 4 3s are 12u plus 6 3s are 18v is equal to 3 into 15 is 45. And my second equation I'm going to multiply by 4. So 3 4s are 12u minus 4 4s are 16v is equal to 4 7s are 25. Changing the symbol, I get this gets cancelled. So 434v is equal to 15 minus 8 is 7 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So I would have v is equal to 1 by 2. Now I have to get my u. So I will go and substitute in any one of these equations. Substitute v is equal to 1 by 2 in second equation. So my second equation says 3u minus 4v equal to 7. So go and substitute 3u minus 4 into 1 by 2 is equal to 7. Gets cancelled 2. So 3u is equal to 9. That implies u is equal to just 3. I got my x value. X is equal to 3. Now I have to get my y value. What I would do? I would just substitute my y value here. So x is equal to 3. I got it. And my y value is 1 by y is equal to 1 by 2. So 1 is equal to 2. I got both the values x and y. As children, you can see here, this constant is having the variable u v. So what we have to make that term as just a constant, we have to remove this uv. How do we remove it? We will be just dividing this 1 and 2 by uv, dividing by uv. So you get 8 by u minus 3 by v is equal to 5. And the next one, 6 by u minus 5 by v is equal to minus 2. Now you get your equation 1 and 2 as simple as that. Now you will have 1 by u is equal to some x and 1 by v is equal to some y. So let me have my equation such that 8x minus 3y is equal to 5 and 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 2. I got my simple equation, that is, let me name as 3 and 4, the pair of linear equation. Now I have to make it the coefficient same. So what I do, I will multiply third equation by 5. So I get it, 5x are 40x minus 15y is equal to 5 5s are 25, and my fourth equation by 3. So I get 6 3s are 18x minus 15y is equal to minus 2 into 3, that is minus 6. So change my symbol. So I get this gets cancelled. So that is 22x is equal to 8, and then 2 3 minus 2. 1 is 2, so this one will become 1 and then 31. So my x is equal to 31 by 22. X is equal to 31 by 22. Substitute in 3. So equation 3, that is 3 says 8x minus 3y equal to 5. So 8 into 31 by 22 minus 3y equal to 5. I cancel this. 4 2s are 11 2s are. So that is 4 3s are 12 minus 33y is equal to 55. So I would cancel again to get my y value, that's equal to minus 33y is equal to 55 minus 124. So I get 33y is equal to 4 minus 5, that is 14 minus 5 is 9, and then 1, 11 minus 5 is 69. So y is equal to, I have my cancellation, 3 11s are 11, 3s are 2 3s are, and 3 3s are, that is 23 by 11. So I have my x and y value, but I have to get my u and v values such that 1 by x u is equal to x. So 1 by u is equal to 31 by 22. My u is equal to 22 by 31. As simple as that. And my v value is 1 by v is equal to y. So I have my v as, so 1 by v is equal to y. So 1 by v is equal to my y value, I got it, y value I got it 23 by 11. So v is equal to 11 by 23. As simple as that. I got my u and v value.